Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The purpose of this presentation is to provide a comprehensive troubleshooting guide for DTC P0453, which indicates a high voltage condition in the fuel tank pressure FTP sensor circuit for the 2006 to 2011 Honda Civic models. DTC Diagnostic Trouble Code P0453 signals that the FTP sensor may be malfunctioning, potentially due to issues in its circuit. The FTP sensor is critical for monitoring fuel tank pressure and aiding in the detection of evaporative emissions leaks, thus ensuring vehicle environmental compliance. The diagnostics for this error require careful observation of signals while using the Honda Diagnostic System HDS tool. During the process, it is vital to document freeze-frame data and onboard snapshots, as they provide insights into specific vehicle conditions prior to the error occurring. This guide will walk through detailed steps to diagnose and resolve the issue effectively and ensure your Honda Civic runs efficiently. DTC P0453 refers to an issue with the fuel tank pressure sensor, which plays a crucial role in monitoring the amount of pressure inside the fuel tank. This sensor affects the evaporative emission control system, EVAP, by sending pressure information to the engine control module, ECM. The FTP sensor is usually located near the top of the fuel tank, connected through a harness. Its primary function is to detect any changes in fuel tank pressure, helping the vehicle's onboard systems minimize evaporative emissions. If the sensor detects abnormal pressure, a high voltage signal might be sent, triggering the P0453 DTC. Addressing this issue is essential not only for the vehicle's performance, but also for compliance with environmental regulations regarding emissions. There are several potential causes for DTC P0453 that must be investigated. One of the most likely issues is high resistance or disconnections in the wiring connected to the FTP sensor. High resistance in the wiring can lead to inaccurate voltage readings, which may trigger this fault code. Another possibility is a malfunctioning FTP sensor itself. If the sensor is faulty, it may either send incorrect signals or fail to send any signals altogether, thus leading to unreliable readings. Furthermore, issues within the engine control module, ECM, or powertrain control module, PCM, can also contribute to the error if they misinterpret the data from the FTP sensor. Therefore, it's crucial to check both the sensor and its associated wiring, as well as the ECM PCM for correct operation. When DTC P0453 is triggered, several symptoms may become evident. The first and most immediate symptom is the illumination of the check engine light, which alerts the driver to potential issues within the vehicle. Additionally, drivers may experience poor fuel economy, as the faulty sensor can lead to incorrect fuel mixture calculations by the ECM. This incorrect mixture can cause the engine to use more fuel than usual. Moreover, if the FTP sensor issues are not resolved, the vehicle could possibly fail an emissions test due to increased hydrocarbons in the exhaust. Awareness of these symptoms can help drivers recognize and address potential problems early, preventing more severe vehicle issues in the future. For the first troubleshooting step related to DTC P0453, you will begin by turning the ignition switch to the on position, specifically to position 2. This powers on the vehicle's electronic systems without starting the engine, allowing you to access diagnostic modes. It is important at this stage to record all freeze data and any onboard snapshot. Freeze data contains specific parameters that were occurring when the fault was detected, providing valuable insights for diagnostics. You should also review general troubleshooting information for your specific Honda Civic model. This background knowledge will be essential as you proceed with diagnostics, ensuring that all potential issues are effectively considered during the troubleshooting process. The second step in troubleshooting DTC P0453 involves clearing the DTC using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This step is crucial as it resets any stored trouble codes in the vehicle's computer, allowing you to get an accurate representation of operational status. After clearing the DTC, turn the ignition switch to the lock position, which ensures a safe working environment. Following this, you will need to remove the fuel fill cap before performing further checks. This process is important as it helps to eliminate any pressure in the fuel system, ensuring an accurate read from the FTP sensor in the following diagnostic steps. Always remember to handle the fuel cap carefully, as it prevents vapor loss and contributes to the overall performance of the evap system. For the third troubleshooting step, turn the ignition switch back to the on position I again after removing the fuel fill cap. This action is necessary because it prepares the vehicle system for a new reading from the FTP sensor. Using the HDS, check the data list to monitor the reading from the FTP sensor. It is crucial to verify whether the sensor indicates around 7.3 kilopascals, 2.16 inches, or 55 millimeters Hg, or 4.7 volts or more. If these readings are correct, it typically signifies that the FTP sensor is functioning adequately, moving you along the troubleshooting path. Conversely, if the readings are outside of these parameters, further investigation into wiring and connections is essential to determine the root cause of the high voltage condition indicated by DTC P0453. In the fourth step of troubleshooting DTC P0453, first, install the fuel fill cap securely back onto the fuel tank. Ensuring the cap is on correctly is vital, as it helps maintain the integrity of the evaporative emission control system. Next, start the engine and allow it to idle to give the systems time to stabilize, and for the OBD, onboard diagnostics, to perform its necessary checks. While the engine is idling, monitor the OBD status using the HDS, specifically looking for DTC P0453 in the DTCs menu. It is important to determine if the screen indicates a failed status, which suggests that the problem still persists. If it shows passed or indicates an intermittent failure, the issue may not be present at that moment. In the event of a not completed status, simply continue to idle until a definitive result appears, ensuring you do not miss any transient faults. The fifth troubleshooting step requires turning the ignition switch to the lock position, which is essential for safety while working with electronic components. After that, disconnect the FTP sensor 3P connector. This connector serves as the interface between the FTP sensor itself and the vehicle's wiring harness. Using a jumper wire, connect terminal number 2 and terminal number 3 of the FTP sensor 3P connector to simulate a direct connection. This is crucial for identifying whether the FTP sensor is indeed responsible for the fault, as it bypasses the sensor and allows for testing the circuit directly. Ensure that the jumper wire is securely connected, as any loose connections could lead to erroneous readings in subsequent checks. After completing the previous steps, turn the ignition switch to the on position 2 once more. This allows the vehicle systems to power up and is crucial for conducting the next round of diagnostics. Utilizing the HDS, check the data list to verify the reading from the FTP sensor again. With the jumper wire connected, you should expect to see a reading of around 7.3 kilopascals, 2.16 inchwig, or 55 millimeters mHg, or 4.7 volts or higher. If the readings align with these values, the problem likely lies with the FTP sensor, which may need to be replaced. Should the readings be incorrect again, you should proceed to check for faults in the wiring or connections, as a consistent high voltage could indicate issues in those areas. Establishing proper voltages is key to resolving the DTC and restoring function to the vehicle. To finalize the repair process for DTC P0453, you need to conduct a thorough verification. First, ensure that any repairs made have indeed resolved the issues by rechecking FTP sensor functionality and the entire circuit associated with it. After confirming successful repairs, proceed to clear all diagnostic trouble codes, DTCs, using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This action resets the fault memory and allows the system to enter a new learning cycle. Finally, take the vehicle for a test drive to verify that the check engine light does not illuminate and that the vehicle operates within normal parameters. The test drive confirms the repair's effectiveness, allowing you to ensure the problem has been fully addressed before returning the vehicle to the owner. Preventive maintenance is a proactive strategy to minimize future issues related to DTC P0453. Regularly inspecting the wiring connected to the FTP sensor can help prevent problems caused by corrosion or wear. It is essential to check the condition of the FTP sensor itself, ensuring that it responds accurately to changes in fuel tank pressure over time. Additionally, ensuring the integrity of the fuel cap is crucial, as a damaged or loose cap can lead to pressure loss and trigger false error codes. Regular maintenance activities, including keeping the fuel system clean and monitoring emission control system performance, can significantly reduce the possibilities of encountering DTC P0453 in the future. Implementing this preventive approach can enhance overall vehicle longevity and reliability. In conclusion, managing DTC P0453 effectively requires understanding its implications and taking appropriate diagnostic measures. It's critical to monitor for symptoms like the check engine light or decreased fuel efficiency, which may indicate sensor issues. Regular diagnostics and thorough troubleshooting using the Honda Diagnostic System can provide accurate insights into the health of the FTP sensor and its associated circuits. Ensuring proper health and functionality of the FTP sensor is vital for the vehicle's EVAP system, thereby aiding in environmental compliance. Moreover, preventative measures and maintenance activities are essential in reducing the likelihood of recurring issues related to DTC P0453. This knowledge empowers technicians and vehicle owners to maintain their Honda Civics for optimal performance. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.